And today our focus is on Heron's formula. So I asked you to read through the information box and then to write down what is the S in Heron's formula. What did you guys come up with? Yes. Okay, so S is half of the perimeter. Okay, so if you read through the box, you got that. Okay, so S is half of the perimeter. Okay, so then how do you find it? It tells you right here. So how do you find it? You do the 1/2 and then add up the sides. So add up the sides, in this case it's A, B, and C. Okay, and then just multiply by 1/2 or divide by 2. Okay, and then I asked you to think about this. So why would we use Heron's formula instead of the area equals 1/2 times base times height? What type of situation would this be more efficient? Yeah, Rashawn? Okay, if you don't have the height, is that what you're going to say? Or are you going to say something different? Okay, so what would you be given? Yeah. Hi. That with the height? Yeah, so if you aren't given the height, okay, then last week we did talk about how you could find it with the sign. Remember we drew the slash down here. We did the sine of theta, but again you have to have an angle measure. So this is going to be the most efficient when you have what? No. So what do you need to find in order to use Heron's formula?
All sides.
Yes, all the sides. So Heron's formula is more efficient when you are given three sides of the triangle. Okay, so more than the absence of height, because there are ways that we can find the height depending on the information. Okay, and if you're given the three sides, then you wouldn't need to find the height. Okay, so this is going to be the most efficient. And then the formula is that the area is equal to the square root of S times S minus A times S minus B times S minus C. So how would we describe what the S minus A, S minus B, and S minus C are? Yeah, it's the side lengths, and what are we doing with the side lengths? Each side length gets subtracted from what? Yeah, from S, right? From half the perimeter. So this is a formula that you'll have to know for your quiz. So we want to make sure we understand what everything in the formula means. Okay, so what's happening here is half of the perimeter, okay, is you're going to take that and you're going to subtract each side length. And you're going to multiply that by half of the perimeter. Okay, and then take the square root of that product. Okay, so we're going to do some practice together, and then I'm going to have you do some practice on your own. So the first one says the garden has a triangular flower bed with sides measuring 2 yards, 6 yards, 7 yards. What is the area of the flower bed? So we're finding the area to the nearest tenth of a square yard. So make sure that you are labeling your units whenever they are given here. So if it's yards, our final answer is going to be in yards squared. And then we're going to draw a picture. Again, you don't have to make sure this is exactly to scale, but you can see you have two sides that are close and then the 2 yards. So maybe make one a little smaller. Okay, so 2 yards, 7 yards, 6 yards. How do I know whether or not this is a right triangle? If it was a right triangle, what would have to happen? Yeah. Oh, that's what makes it a triangle. Yeah, you guys did that in geometry too, right? Yeah, the sum of two sides had to be greater than the third side to make it a triangle. Yep. But what makes it a right triangle? Yeah, Katie? Yeah, so we have to square the hypotenuse, right? And then, so it's the Pythagorean theorem. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. So what is 6 squared? 36. 2 squared is 4. 36 plus 4 is 40. So we know it's not because it would have to equal what? 49. Okay, so not a right triangle. So let's find S. So S is half of the perimeter. So how do we find the perimeter? What do we do? How do you find the perimeter? Just add up all the sides, right? Okay, so add up all the side lengths. So 7 and 6 is 13. 13 and 2 is 15. Half of 15 is 7.5. Okay, then we can use Heron's formula. So for the first time, I am just going to write everything out. So 7.5 times 7.5 minus 7 times 7.5 minus 6 times 7.5 minus 2. And then I'm just going to extend this because everything is underneath the square root. Okay, and I'm fine when you're writing out your work if you want to do the subtraction in your head. So if you know 7.5 minus 7 is a half, or 0.5, I'm just writing a half. You know this is 1.5, and then 5.5, I'm okay if you skip to that step, that's fine. And then you can put this all in your calculator at once, the square root of 7.5 times 0.5 and 1.5 times 5.5. Okay, and then we're rounding to the nearest tenth. So if this is 5.56, it's the number exactly after it that determines whether you round up or not. So this will be 5.6 yards squared. That is your area. Alright, questions for me on that one? Alright, then let's go to example 2. So the surface of a hotel swimming pool is shaped like a triangle with sides measuring 50 meters, 28 meters, and 30 meters. What is the area of the pool surface? And this one says to the nearest square meter. So that means that's the nearest whole number. Okay? Alright, so let's draw a picture. Again, the scale isn't super concerning to me. So you have the 28 meters, the 30 meters, the 50 meters. Okay, 50 should be your longest side. So again, the S is half of the perimeter. So we're going to add 28, 30, and 50. Okay, so 30 and 50 is 80, 80 and 20 is 100, so this is half of 108. Okay, which will be 54. Don't forget to multiply by the half. Okay, after you find the perimeter. Okay, and then in the formula, the first thing is always just the S, then you do the difference of each side. So 54 minus 50, 54 minus 30, and 54 minus 28. You can do these in any order that you want to. And like I said, I'm fine if when you're writing your workout, if you just want to jump to the step, that's fine. Okay, so we have 54 times 4 times 24 times 26. And then this one is to the nearest whole number. So if we have 367.1, we always just look behind it. I usually put the dot to show that's not rounded. Okay, so this will be 367. What's the units? Meter squared. Okay, so anytime you're finding the area, okay, you're going to do the meter squared. Okay, so what we're going to do next, I am going to give you 4 practice problems. I also put these in Google Classroom, so if you would like to pull it up on your own device, you can. Once you do these 4 problems, you just have to come and get them checked by me, and then I will give you the first review, okay? So there's 4 questions, okay? Complete those. When you're done, bring them up to me. I will check them, and then once you have them all correct, I will give you your review worksheet, okay?